Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Shalom Yasharala. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. I want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, who will render their double honors. And salutation to you sincere brothers pushing this truth across the four winds. We are occupied in prophecy, man. Our great king gave us some telltale signs in Matthew the 24th chapter to let us know when we're at the end, when his second coming to the planet Earth will happen. And he told us to look for rumors of war, look in the rumor mill in the spiritual realm. So I got a clip that I'm about to bring out, and this is a bunch of what ifs. What if this happened? Did they say that happened? This could have happened. All right. It's all about rumors. All right. But it's prophecy being fulfilled because these are the things that the prophets of old and apostles of old prophesied about. All right. Nuclear destruction. All right. And there's a rumor mill right now, but it's evident that World War III would be nuclear. All right. Right now it's a water, but a rumor, but it's about to. And that's what they're talking about in this clip I'm about to play, but it's going to materialize into everyone's reality that nobody will be able to get around it because prophecy will be fulfilled. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to play the clip.
Well, the UN is raising alarm bells about nuclear weapons this week, saying the threat of nuclear war is at its highest since World War II, calling it an urgent issue that the world must take more seriously. So joining us now to discuss, former U.S. diplomat Jim Chatras. Okay, Jim, first, can we address this UN security expert comments? The highest threat level since World War II is what she says, when it was America that was the sole user of nuclear arms to decimate.
So she's talking about during World War II that nuclear war was the theme of the day. All right. And America did use nuclear bomb during World War II, but the other nations didn't. All right. But all of this is prophesied 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago. OK. And what she's talking about in these modern times, man. These modern times has caught up to the prophecies that went out 2,000 years ahead of them. Now time is caught up with the prophecies, what our great king said. All right, and I'm gonna bring out this precept to show that, man. World War II and World War III is in the scriptures. All right, this is Revelation 11. We'll go to verse 14, and it reads, the second war is past. The second war is past when America dropped that nuclear bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, okay? The second world's war. One war equals a world's war. All right, and the second war is past. America, she gave us a glimpse of what nuclear destruction can do, modern day Babylon, okay? And behold, the third war coming quickly, and it's in the rumor mill. That's what's going on with this clip I'm bringing out. World War III is in the rumor mill. All right. You heard that Moabite say that the UN says that all the nations are heightened for nuclear war right now. All right. And everything is just getting ready for the Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Decision, man. All right, it's in the rumor, it's in the stages of the rumor now, but it's going to materialize.
A civilian population, if we recall, in Japan, but the UN did very little to point out the threat from this particular country. Your thoughts?
Well, look, as far as the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki at the end of World War II, that's something that historians will debate for a long time. Why we did it, what we knew, what the Japanese were willing to do, to what extent it was a threat to the Soviets, and so forth.
See, these Johnny-come-latelys, these Joe Six-Packs, these your average human being on the earth, they don't know why these things happen. We know. The Most High has been gracious to us to give us this truth. They could debate why it happened and why it shouldn't have happened, but we know it was for prophecy to be fulfilled. All right. Revelation 19 say the testimony of our great King Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. All right. That's why it happened, you damn devil.
Forth. It's amazing how little we talk about the firebombing civilian in other countries, like, for example, the destruction of Dresden, for that matter, bombing of Belgrade. I mean, we killed a lot of civilians during the war with non-nuclear weapons, and nobody seems to care that much about that. I think the question for us today is the fact that a number of countries do have nuclear weapons. Obviously, we and the Russians have the biggest stocks, and during the first Cold War, there were agreements set up to try to make sure nothing accidental would happen, that danger could be averted.
What is accidental?
Accidental means you misread the other side's intentions.
What's happening with Iran?
Man, there's no such thing as an accident, man. The Most High control all events, all right? No one can make cricket what the Most High has made straight. It's a thing called predestination. It's a thing called prophecy, all right? When something is predestined to happen, it's imminent, all right? When you look at that movie, The Avengers, the last one they brought out, all right? What did Thanos say? He was imminent, all right? So ain't nothing to happen on accident or anything, all right? These things are predestined to happen, all right? Our Heavenly Father says what's going to happen before it happens, okay? He gives it. He does nothing without revealing his secrets unto the servants, the prophets, all right? And his prophets go out and prophesy. We are prophesying nuclear war. Our Heavenly Father put the Spirit on us to prophesy nuclear war.
With Iran, and also even something that could happen in Europe with the Russians now that we've gotten rid of the INF agreement, the Intermediate Range Force Agreement, and we don't know what the fate of the START agreement is going to be regarding intercontinental missiles. We don't know if those mechanisms of communications are breaking down to where the one side, especially if they have very little advance warning of a possible attack, misread the other side's intentions.
So speaking of that, they did address traditional arms agreements, and that they've been eroded, they say, by the emergence of new types of weapons, new technology. Does the world need to reconsider the whole global arms agreements altogether, let alone nukes? I mean, everybody has weapons now.
Exactly, and look, the Non-Proliferation Treaty itself commits the nuclear powers to work toward eventually getting rid of nuclear weapons, but that also, I don't think, can be divorced from politics and the existence of other kinds of weapons. So, let's look at India and Pakistan. Since they've had nuclear weapons, they had 3 wars before they had nuclear weapons, none since they've had them. And so there is a stabilizing aspect to having weapons that everybody feels, well, I'll be extinct if I use these things. So you want to be able to work.
See, that's madness, man. That's how a devil would think. The devil think having nuclear weapons brings peace, man. And they're clueless, man. The so-called white man is clueless that the Most High have him in his trick bag, man. His pride has deceived him, man. The Heavenly Father say when you dig a ditch, you dig 2, all right? He that diggeth a ditch will follow therein, all right? So these missiles are created for your demise, all right? It's just for the appointed time, all right?
Down to reduce arsenals, reduce uncertainty, but you also don't want to create a destabilizing situation that could lead to a devastating war.
Okay, so it sounds like you say there's a fine line then of having nukes, and not a huge arsenal, but having some, because we know that the decimation it leaves behind.
Yeah.
So you think it can create peace out of that?
I don't know that it creates peace, but
stability?
It's where we are now. In other words, everybody is sitting on top of a pile of explosives, and the question is, how do you get off of it without actually creating? Maybe think about sitting on a live grenade. The pin's already been pulled. How do you get off of it?
Right, somebody's got to hang on to it.
Somebody's got to hang on to it, make sure. And again, I think we can't separate it from the fact that.
All right, let me get a few precepts right fast. All right. This is why the Most High put the Spirit on this devil to get these missiles, all right? These devils not gonna they're not gonna come off these missiles, all right? They're going to use them. The Most High created these devils to use those missiles. All right? They're not going to unarm themselves. Those missiles are going to be put to use. All right? The Most High's word can't come back void. Bear with me, Yasharala. This is a precept I ain't have on deck, but bear with me. I'm about to get it. All right. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that blow the coals in the fire. All right. Now, that Smith is Robert Oppenheimer, the one who made the atomic bomb, so-called white man, the Hebrew Edomite, okay? A red Hebrew Edomite, the devil the Bible speak of. And he bringeth forth an instrument of his work, all right? And that instrument of his work is used to destroy America, which is going to be known as the Lake of Fire, when 200 million missiles, warheads hit this place and destroy it off the face of the earth. And I created the waster to destroy. All right, so the Heavenly Father created these devils to destroy themselves. Okay. That's the reason these nuclear ICBMs are created. These devils are oblivious. No one's going to unarm their missile arsenals. They're going to be used to waste and destroy. Okay?
That there are political rivalries among countries, and unfortunately, I think part of that is that Washington, the United States, does have this notion of global hegemony, and other powers like Russia and China in particular. On the other hand, this idea that countries are all working to build more weapons. The Chinese and the Indians have reliable nuclear stockpiles. They're not really frantically building more. There's no real race going on. They feel they have enough deterrent effect, and that's what's important to them, evidently.
Okay, so the treaty for the prohibition of nuclear weapons has gathered ratification of 23 countries so far, but it needs 50 in order to bring it up to speed to, rope in all of these new weaponry that we're talking about to the modern day. But the U.S., Russia, and a few other nuclear-capable states, they're the ones who are opposing the ratification. I mean, Thailand has signed on to this, but I mean,
Exactly.
What about that? Why are the U.S., Russia, why are they saying no, we don't want to ratify?
Because we're the responsible parties, and they're not. They can yap all they like, but it doesn't matter what they say, because they're not responsible for what happened. We are, the Russians are, the Chinese are. Look, let's not kid ourselves. In the 20th century, we had 2 devastating world wars, killed tens of millions of people even before we got to the nuclear weapons at the very end of World War II. Let's not kid ourselves as simply getting rid of nuclear weapons. It all sounds nice, but how do you get from A to B in a way that doesn't create more problems than it creates?
You won't.
I think it's more important.
You won't. All right. The Most I had you to create them not to disarm yourselves, but to destroy yourselves. All right, you goddamn devils. This is why you have this. This is the antidote. This is the answer to your question. All right. This is the book of Nahum 3. And I'm gonna start at verse 2. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the praying of horses and the jumping chariots. All right, this is the narrator depicting our nation going to war. All right, and now he's about to show you their arsenal. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. This is Nahum looking it out with Dan time. All right, the bright sword is what you know as an ICBM missile. All right. This brother will use the terminology that he had for his time. All right. Back then, when he's in the basically the fucking Stone Age, where the highest technology was a wheel and fire. All right. They got swords. They didn't even have guns and muskets. They had swords and arrows and fire. All right. So he says a bright sword, okay? A glittering spear. But he's looking 3,000 years in the future and he's seeing fucking rockets going through the air, intercontinental ballistic missiles going from continent to continent, all right? And there's a multitude of slain. This was going to happen. All right. You saying World War II was tens of millions of deaths. World War III is going to be twice as worse. It's going to come up into the billions, the literal billions. Okay. And there's no end of their corpse. 1 billion people is a lot of death, man. A lot of great death. All right. They stumble upon their corpse. All right. And this is what's going to happen to the well-favored harlot, Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. It's going to be nuked. That's the reason these nukes are in these silos. All right. That's the reason we're on these highways and byways prophesying week in and week out, like the prophets of old did. Before a kingdom fell, the prophets came out and prophesied. All right. And their words never never came back void. All right. Everything Isaiah prophesied came to pass. All right. Everything Jeremiah prophesied came to pass, man. All right. And what we're prophesying in these last days, seconds of time, will surely come to pass. Though it tarry, it will come. Okay. And the scriptures say it will not tarry. Fuck.
Do have them to find a way to reduce them, to manage.
They won't be
their
reduced.
existence, and to make them a force for stability rather than one for instability. Now, if one side tries to achieve a first strike capability over the other, which some people read are pulling out of these agreements as a move toward doing, that is destabilizing and very dangerous, in my opinion.
Okay, so we've got to leave it right there. I know there's so much more to talk about, but it sounds like the takeaway.
See, these is rumors and speculation. We're gonna disarm. We're not gonna be mobile with our missiles, so on and so forth. It's all bullshit. Man, you talking about war, man. You talking about nuclear missiles. The only thing a nuclear missile is for war. It's not created for nothing. It's not created to make peace. Missiles don't make peace. Wars don't make peace. All right, they're used to kill people. Okay? They're used to kill people, annihilate people.
Is nuclear weapons can be used to keep stability, but the arms agreements and discussion needs to be had in order to keep.
How can a nuclear missile keep and maintain stability, man? The way you're going to stabilize is kill millions of people? Come on, get the fuck out of here. All right? That's how you stabilize somebody, by killing a continent, a whole nation of people in the millions and zillions and billions? Yes, because the scriptures don't lie. The Most High is not a man that he should repent. He watches over his word to perform it. Okay? Get another precept. I'm going to the book of Joel to show. All this nuclear talk was prophesied eons ago. And we're living in a time where they're going to come to pass. The rumor mill is going to end up not being a fucking rumor. All right, so I'm going to start at verse. I'm going to start at verse 1 and then skip down to verse 3. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Shema Shai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness, of gloominess, a day of dark cloud and thick darkness. When those missiles hit, it's going to blot out the sun, man. All that smoke rising up, man, you're not even going to be able to see the sun. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither have there be any more after it, even after the years of many generations. All right, so in World War III, man, nothing's gonna happen like what's to come, man. It's not gonna be no war or no calamities that's gonna topple what's about to come in these last days. All right. Verse 3: a fire devoured before them, and behind them a flame burning. That's that lake of fire. When those missiles hit, it's just gonna be a lake of fire that's gonna come. The land is the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. So you're going to have all this green vegetation, all these buildings, so on and so forth. But when that missile hit, it's going to become a desolate wilderness. All right? The scriptures say America, Babylon, will be a place for only desert animals. All right? Cockroaches, whatever could last after a nuclear blast, man. All right? This is going to be the forbidden zone. Yeah, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is the appearance of horses, and as a horseman, and they shall run. All right, and these missiles, they're going to be in battle array, man. They're going to be they're going to be shot over here. You can see the visual pictures on the internet when they shoot them up. They all come like they're in battle array, you know, like birds flying. Okay, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses and horsemen, and they shall run. All right, like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains, they shall leap. Like the noises of a fire that devour the stubble, as a strong people that set in battle array. Because the face of the people shall be much pain. All the faces shall gather blackness. Because everybody's going to see it on TV. When those missiles getting shot over here, and the people in America of this land, they're going to see it on TV and know the missiles are headed over here. They're gonna know that they're at death's door, okay? Their face is going to be black, all right? They're going to look on their cell phones. They're going to look on TV and their computers and shit, and they're going to know the missiles over here. It's only going to take 30 minutes for them to make it over here. So they're going to be black. They're going to know that they're about to die. All right? They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. All right? No missile is going to miss his mark, and they're not going to break their ranks. All right? Neither shall one thrust another. All right, none of them gonna make a mistake and go in the ocean. One of them not gonna make a mistake and hit another one. Everyone is gonna miss their mark. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. That missile defense system ain't gonna stop shit. Okay. When America shoot that little missile defense system, it's not going to stop nothing because the Most High is in those missiles. His angels are controlling those missiles. All right? And they shall run to and from the city, and they shall run up on the wall and climb upon the houses, and they shall enter to the windows like a thief. All right? And the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the earth shall withdraw their shining. Okay? So this place is going to block the smoke from these missiles are going to blot out the sun, and then that's gonna be a wrap, man. This bitch gonna be destroyed, man. So Lord willing, to sit down was edifying to the hearers. The rumors are gonna come to fruition, and they're gonna find out to be true. All right, and that's gonna be a beautiful thing for the elect men of Yasharala. So with that, I'm gonna give infinite honors to Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the apostles of Grant Millstone, and salutation to you, sincere Akumon. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala.